These are the three things that are very, very important. First thing, traffic. Traffic means people, obviously. Then we need funnel. Funnel is a step-by-step process where you guide these people. Example, people will be coming from social media. Since we live in the internet, it's a digital era, whatnot, everything is digital. So people will be coming from social media channels. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those people will be coming from those social media channels. That's the traffic. Funnel is a step-by-step sales process guiding these people who are coming from these social media channels. So basically, you're guiding them saying, hey, potential customer, go there, X, Y, and Z, then move to the second step, do A, B, C, then move to a next step, set up a call with me so that we can talk. Let me dissect your business, see how I can help you. That's the basic way to explain this. That's the funnel. You will hear this term a lot. I'll be saying like sales funnel, sales process. Funnel is very, very essential in any business, specifically for dispatching business. So offer is, what do you offer? So these people are interested in freight dispatching services. What is your offer? Well, my offer will be from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. I'll be finding loads, booking loads, dispatching loads. That's what I would do. But then I will offer you an emergency calls in case something happens in the middle of the night. I will charge $200, $300 per call, and I'll help you to get out of the situation. Back-end office services, marketing services. I have people, well, my students, they're offering sales calls. Sales calls meaning basically these people helping their carriers get direct shippers. So that's the offer. For you at the beginning could be just a simple, as it sounds, just a dispatching service. Hey, I have a load board. You have a truck and trailer. Let me find best paying loads for you. You make something and I get X percentage of that, whatever you make. Team together, and that's what I do. That's my offer. So traffic, funnel, and offer. So far so good. Yeah, I will add to a traffic. I think it's very, very important to know is the email list. So what is it? Like everybody, maybe you heard about this, people talking about build your email list, build your email list. Email list is everything. We talked about the number one, the social media channels. The YouTube, maybe you're creating YouTube videos, short form videos, long form videos, TikTok, maybe you're posting on Instagram. My recommendation is just pick one, and I recommend TikTok. And then there's a reason why, because it's fast. You get like followers quickly, and people are very, very engaging. Yeah, we have Alman, we have people who are just like started their TikTok accounts within 30 days. They got, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 followers, and then a lot of people already, meaning potential carriers, interacting with these, dispatching companies. So email list is when people exchange their email addresses, let's say for something that you offer. I'll show you. Okay. It's what we call is an opt-in page. So the reason why I share this with you, because you said, Kamal, I have a website. Maybe you have website ideas. Maybe you're looking for how many pages should I have? Is about page, home page, contact page? Do I have to have any forms on my website? We'll talk about that. But funnels are guided sales process. Websites, on the other hand, they are digital brochures for your business, if you will. So website, it's not guided. Guided meaning when I land on your website, www.xyz dispatching services, assuming that ABC dispatching services is your business. When I land on your website, what I see in homepage, we talk about something, maybe you have images, maybe you have videos, I watch the video, then I go to About Us page, read about you, then go to Contact Us page. I do see you have a forum there. Maybe you listed your email address, like the hours of operation, you got the idea. You're not guiding me. I can click here, I can click there, and I can leave and never come back. But funnels, on the other hand, they're guided. First is an opt-in page. The opt-in page is, well, obviously it's a web page, but as soon as I land on that page, I will show you an example in a minute. When you land on that page, I can't do anything rather than just giving you my name and email address in exchange for something. That something could be any report that I'm interested in downloading. I'm pretty sure that on the internet, you downloaded some type of a guide, some type of anything that you are interested. Maybe it was an ebook, anything like that. Well, I'm pretty sure that you downloaded the startup guide that I put out there, right? So you download it, you're interested, you put your name and email address, and then as soon as you enter your email, you received whatever I promised to you. That was the how to start a dispatch guide, right? So that was an example. It's an exactly same thing, but you are as a dispatcher, you're interested in startup guide, how to start a dispatching business. That was the hook, because you were on the internet searching for this opportunity, and you wanted to connect with somebody and you wanted to learn from that person. In this case, it's me. So if you think about this example, when a potential carrier lands on your landing page, they're not interested in becoming a freight dispatcher, but they're interested in connecting with shippers, connecting with brokers, connecting with business partners, maybe dispatchers. They have problems, something like how to get loads, how to get drivers. So they have problems. And based on that problem, you create what we call a lead magnet, basically a hook, basically a bait, so that we can invite them into our world, give them what they need, get their email address for one purpose only, to follow up with these people. So that's the number two comes in. It's the email list. We're building list of potential carriers so that on the back end, meaning we'll be using system that will be automatically sending emails to these carriers. That's the traffic. Moving on to the next one, which is funnel. On the sales process, we had two-step sales process, meaning they opted in, we said thank you, and we started following up with these people, meaning potential leads. Then we had 3 pages, then 1 page, 4 pages, 6 pages, 8 pages. Over the years, we optimize it, and that's what works. 5 pages, meaning opt-in page. Moving on to the sales page, I'll be showing like real examples. Then they move on to the application page. They move on to the calendar. They pick a date and time that works for you and for them. Then it's a thank you page. Then you get to like a Zoom call, and you're using the ultimate carrier conversion script to close a deal with the potential carrier. That's called sales funnel. I know it's a lot, but then just take it easy. I know I'll be like giving you like visually, you will see those opt-in page, like sales pages, like application page, and calendar and thank you page. So that's the funnel. So we're moving on to the last part, which is offer. What do you offer, right? We talked about dispatching. Maybe you're offering marketing, like maybe you're developing, like building a website. The reason why I put this here, because some of my students, they're offering their like this website development or web building services that they had before they joined the program. So they're offering add-on. So they're talking to their carriers. The carrier may be interested in dispatching. And then on the back end, they're offering their services like, hey, we build websites. So you don't have a website. Maybe you have a website. We analyzed it. This is missing. So this can be optimized. This is what we do. And they're offering their services. Social media management, meaning your carriers may or may not have social media channels like YouTube channel, Facebook, or Instagram. But I do see a lot of carriers asking these services. Like, do you have students that they know social media management, where we have these social media channels? We don't need dispatchers at this moment, but we need somebody who can manage those, like our social media channels. I was like, oh, wow. I think this is one of the, or part of the deal that they're looking for. Well, I think it's the door to an opportunity to get in if the dispatcher, if the carrier doesn't want a dispatcher, maybe they already have established relationship with the dispatcher that they've been maybe working for several years. They don't want to let her or him go, but at the same time, they need these services. So just keep that in mind. It works. People offering these services already. So then sales services I already mentioned, get direct shippers. What they do, they connect with the carrier and they're like, okay, we need your dispatching services, but at the same time, we have leads, potential shippers. We want you to, help us get, shippers on board. Then software. They have, I know one of my students, there is a software called ITS Dispatch by Truck Stop. So what he's doing is he has about 4 carriers. And one of the carriers said, hey, listen, we need a dispatcher, but we don't need a dispatcher to use a load board. We don't need you to find loads, talk to a broker, and dispatch these loads to our drivers. We don't need that. We have about like 17 trucks, and we are using ITS Dispatch. It's just one software, and we just need your help to like bills, rate confirmations, proof of deliveries, the paperwork. Basically, you are entering the data they have. Whatever they have, the list of data, you're just entering into the software or the CRM, and then they see how many drivers they have, how many loads they booked, how many miles each driver driven per month, cost per mile, everything. The ITS Dispatch by itself it's huge, obviously, but they offer training for how to use the ITS Dispatch, the software. So it could be one of your offers. Hey, we help with the TMS or the CRM, maybe you have. One example is the ITS Dispatch. We can help with the ITS Dispatch, whatnot, right? So that's an example, the sales, the software. In the back-end office, anything you can think in terms of business. They have operations, they have HR, they have sales, they have marketing, the management. They have all sorts of problems. And you're just looking at like, hey, I have this skill and I can help with this skill to this dispatcher. This carrier. And I can offer in a back-end office. Maybe I'll giving you an example. It could be just simple as sending invoices or building invoices and sending invoices or receiving invoices, account receivable, account payable, those kind of things. So that's the offer. We talked about traffic, we talked about funnel, and we talked about the offer. So far so good. Do you have any questions? I know it's a lot.
I'm listening and I've never heard about this ITS Dispatch software before. This is my first time.
Yeah, it's an ITS Dispatch. As a dispatcher, you don't have access, but you can definitely, that's what we are working on. And I posted inside the community saying, hey, I'm working with the Truck Stop because they own that software. So my offer is like, hey, I'll be teaching, our members and students how to use ITS Dispatch so that these people can offer to their carriers and obviously get the residual income, because Truck Stop giving you a small percentage if they buy from you or you give them the account. Yeah. And then they will be paying, let's say $100 per month, and then you'll be receiving about like 30% or 20% or something like that. So 10, 20 carriers, and obviously they're using this software, you're getting the commissions off of the software. So that's what it is. And let me show you, let me get here and I'll show you the sales process. This is the platform that I use, and this is where we built the entire system that we are talking about right now. The funnel, the sales process, and everything in between. The email, everything. So think about system that works absolutely on autopilot. Basically, you take a link. The only thing you do is sending people to this link and people going through the sales process. It captures the name, captures the email addresses, and it basically segments them and then sending automatic text messages and emails. Okay. So the opt-in page looks something like this. Do you see this?
Yes.
So this is an opt-in page. We talked about this. It's where a potential lead saw one of your short form videos on TikTok or on Instagram or somewhere you posted something, right? This is where you basically saying, hey, I'm here. I'm a dispatcher. I can help. So they're like, oh, wow, like I'm a carrier. I'm interested. They click on that link, right? And then they land on this page. Do you see anywhere what it says, it's an About Us page, Contact Us page, Our Services. No, it doesn't. This is why it's an opt-in page, or if some people, marketers call this a squeeze page. Basically, squeezing them and saying, hey, you give me a phone number, email address, and your name, and I'll give you whatever I'm offering to you.
I see.
Right? So this book is just a visual representation. It's just a mock-up. It's to just give you an idea. This could be something like list of brokers that I use, list of shippers that I use, or cost per mile calculator, or industry news, or last 3 months of, let's say, trending lanes, or top 3 brokers high paying loads for flatbed. See, like I'm talking and generating ideas while I'm talking. You just get one idea and you create, and obviously the next logical question is like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to get those brokers. I don't know how to create this visual thing that you're showing to me. Well, no worries. There is a way. I already gave you inside the training, there is a list of brokers. I also have a list of shippers. Now you have the asset, meaning digital asset. The only thing you're missing is the visual representation of, let's say you're giving away broker's list, for example. Let me show you an example.
This is new to me, Kamal, but I'm enjoying it and I'm learning because, I'm a little old school, but I know that this is a part of it. So I want to get this soaked up in,
Yeah. So right after this call, we'll just, have some time and then we'll go over your questions.
Okay. Appreciate it. I'm going to just tune in. I'm going to sit back and listen.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about this page, right? The opt-in page. So we said that there is no Our Services, the page. We don't have About Us page or home page, anything like that. We're like, hey, listen, we offer this. It's a broker's list. It's a shipper's list. It's a cost per mile spreadsheet, whatever. You just take that, give me your name, phone number, and email. So then what they do is just click here, and then they go to the next page. But before I get there, I will show you an example, one of our students. So this is exactly the same thing. Okay. So this, by the way, it's available to you. That means it's already built. Okay. Yeah. It's already the text messages connected, the email, that goes to a carrier once they sign up everything is ready. Okay. What Allman did, just replaced his logo. As you can see, that's what I gave him. He removed my logo. Okay. So he changed the color. So he basically customized, right? See, that's his logo and exact same form. Okay, there you go. He changed a couple of things here and there, but then but it feels different. But this is what I'm talking about. The list that I have inside the training, that's what he uses. The only thing he did is he designed it. If you have a question like, I don't know how to design, well, we can always use other people, right? So what I recommended is using Fiverr. $5, maybe $10. You give a designer saying, hey, this is the screenshot. This is what I need. It could be 2,000 pixels by 2,000 pixels. And again, if you're like, hey, Kamal, I'm confused, please always post whatever questions you have inside the community saying, Kamal, I forgot, what was the pixel thing? Like, what was the size? Can you give me like an example, or can you guide me, or can you write like a question so I can ask my, designer, whatever? We're here. Any questions you have? Well, also what we can do is we can ask Regina. She's one of my executive assistants. So what she can do is she can maybe design on Canva, just a mock-up, so you can show to your designer and they can design.
Okay.
Everything is here, right? So targeting obviously flatbed owners, that's what it is. Hey, I have the truckload, less than truckload brokers. Give me your email, name, and I will send it to you. So what will happen when they sign up for this? They will go to the second page. Then second page is this. What we are trying to do here, Genevieve, is we're pushing potential carrier so they can sign up with us. That's what it is. And sign up is scheduling a call with us, so that we can talk to them on a Zoom or on a phone call, so that we can ask questions, right? So they're reading it. Okay, so that's what it is. Wow, I'm interested. What I can do, I can click, and it's exactly the same thing with him, right? Give him the phone number, the name, and an email address. So they will land on this page. And again, you can customize, you can change the colors, you can remove the logo, you add your logo, you can also remove this. Let me show you a live example. Let's see how Allman did. So let me put some, okay, let's do this. See if we can capture. Let me do info at dispatch trucks, because he's already getting carriers with this. So if we just get the copy,
wow.
okay. Yeah, so he's already talking.
Very effective.
Okay, now we're good. Get the copy. So this is what's happening. And again, Allman is thinking now. There you go. See what happened, right? So see, it's an exactly same thing. So he uses what we call the go high level. So what he did an amazing job replacing even this guy, and he added his logo. As you can see, it's different than mine, right? So we can close. Maybe.
Right.
See? Like now you can feel that, yeah, this is different. Well,
yes.
Changed colors. There you go. What's happening? As soon as we click book your free call, we're pushing people so that they can schedule a call with you. See, at the same time, think about this. This happens automatically. That's why we say it's an autopilot. We're not going after carriers. Carrier asking for help. Remember on the first call we talked about this, right? We're not knocking their doors, but they're knocking our doors. Hey, we need your help. So what will happen next when they click? Let's see on Allman's case what's happening. So if I can click, obviously it goes to what we called, let's go here, the application page. Opt-in page, we talked about sales page. Now we're moving on to application page. The first thing first, why? Why we're pushing people to application page? Well, as name implies, it's an application. We wanted to qualify these people. Remember we talked about in the first call, we said, you don't want to work with every carrier. You wanted to work with you want to work with the right people. These people are in the flatbed market, or these people are in the van market, or these people are in the reefer market. I personally don't work with sprinter vans, let's say hotshot, box. The reason, I don't know how to get loads for them. I rather prefer working with the flatbed owners. So in my case, is a flatbed. So when I click and I let them give me more information. So let me qualify them. Company name. Okay. So market you are in, as you can see, it's a flatbed or step deck drive-in. And by the way, Denis, this is already built, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So, and he says, and I'm in the flatbed market. Cool. Number of trucks. He says 4, whatever. He answers all the questions. What's happening when he submits? So let's see on his, like Allman's case. Let me do this. Okay. Book a free call. See? Same thing. Like it's an application page. It's exactly the same thing, but it's customized. Now it's his business. So once we submit, what will happen right after the application page is the calendar page. Calendar page is where I pick a date and time so I can schedule a call with you. So see these, like this is based on my availability. Maybe I think you're employed, you're working for somebody. Maybe you can say, maybe you can say I work at night, but then in the mornings I'm like available, or vice versa. You basically plug it in all the, like your availability. So if I'm a potential customer, I'm booking the time that works best for you and me. Basically, you giving me options. So I see, okay, she's available, let's say Tuesday. If I'm available on Tuesday, I think Tuesday, 2 p.m. I'm available, and then that's it. Now I'm, picking the date and time that works for me. But at the same time, on the back end, it works for you as well, right?
Yes.
So when I did that, let's say, then what's next? It's a thank you page. Thank you page looks like this. It says, well, thank you. Your call is confirmed. So you can have social media channels. I do have mine, Instagram, let's say YouTube, and then Facebook. That's it. So on the back end, what you will see is that people are submitting. Let me see if I can show you an example here. The first page is this opt-in page. Second page is sales page, is this, basically giving more information about what we are doing, right? And pushing them to schedule a call. And we have, there you go, this page, which is application page, then calendar page, and the thank you page. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember we talked about 5 pages. That's the sales process. That's what you need. everything was built on the platform called Go High Level. Basically, Go High Level is a software that gives us the ability to accept emails, build our email list, build, let's say, websites, build forums, sales processes like funnels. As you can see, it built on the Go High Level. And we can see on the dashboard how many leads we have, how many leads we closed. That means they're ready to work with us. We have the ability to send them text messages, emails directly to their inbox or inboxes. We can see our report. You can also manage the social media. Remember, we talked about the social media management. So you can do all sorts of things here, but we're not going into details yet because we already have a lot today. So basically, we talked about the traffic meaning people coming from social media. We said that we need a funnel. I showed you the funnel and an offer, obviously, whatever you're offering, right? So that's basically it from me. And what we will do here, we'll take questions and then we'll take it from there. So,
okay,
let's go.
How do I access what you were just showing?
Here's the thing. What we are doing is basically you go over the training. Mm-hmm. The initial call with the Genevieve, I ask a lot of questions like, what your niche? Do you have any experience in trucking? Do you have a website or LLC? Remember, Jenny, we talked about this?
Yes.
Based on that, I'm like, okay, she's not ready for the sales funnel yet because she needs to go over the training, learn ins and outs of like to be a dispatcher, know how to use a load board. This sales process is basically if you're ready and you have the load board and you need, like you want carriers like coming in day out, that's what you need. It's the sales process. So it's basically a link. Whenever you're ready, I will just take that link and I will send it to you. The only thing is we use a Go High Level. It's a different platform. So it's about $97 a month. Yeah. So then I will give you that link and then basically it's just like copy and paste. All of my system will go to your account. And then everything that I showed you will be on your account. From there, you will just be like editing, meaning changing colors, adding your logos, whatnot. So that's how it works.
Okay.
Cool. Focus on these three things. It's a traffic where your people will be coming from. Is it YouTube? Is it LinkedIn? Is it TikTok? If you don't have a TikTok, well, please have one because I'll be basically teaching using the TikTok. Well, there will be a lot of TikTok strategies. I don't want to show my face. That's totally okay. Most of my students, they don't show their faces, right? It's just you can do faceless. And we'll be talking about the content. What type of content is working right now? And I did a video I shared with you guys is like I do live every single day, Eastern 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. And I post things and I test, right? So what works, I shared with you all, but you need TikTok. Why TikTok in the first place? Why not, Facebook group or Instagram or YouTube? Well, TikTok seems like that's the fastest way to get up and running. So this is why I said, get up and running within 30 days. Why? Because Ullman is a great example. He got within 30 days, about 3,000 followers, and he's already been talking to tens of carriers every single day, right? That's what he shares. And I can go and see his videos. One of his videos got, I think, 300,000. As soon as he posted. And I shared one of his, it's basically semi-viral. And there was a formula that I, teach. And I said, listen, if you wanted to get there pretty quickly, use 15 seconds video. Just keep it simple, 15 seconds. That's the video. And then I gave him the hashtags that I basically battle tested. So it works. Then there is a third component, which is time. What I realized is that 12 p.m. Eastern time works best. 15 seconds video, the hashtags that I have. And again, if you just, ask inside the community, Kamal, I'm like working on my TikTok account right now. I'm working on a video. What was the strategy? Just, we can talk. So get the conversation going. Just tag me and then I will, post all the hashtags and the strategy and tactics. So the 15-second video, hashtag 12, p.m. Eastern time. He posted video, 15 seconds, showing the load board. He's not even talking. He's showing, I think he's not saying anything. It's just the video and the music, 15 seconds, hashtag 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I think he got a little over 300,000. Basically, that video went semi-viral. And all the videos that he's posting, one of his videos got 80,000, 70,000, 50,000, 30,000. Recently, he posted a video, I think got about like 25,000, like thousands of views. Thousands of views equal to conversation with carriers. So that's one way of getting the conversation going with carriers. And obviously you're building audience with your potential customers. But what he's doing is showing the load board and specifically now started targeting flatbed owners. He's like, I don't want to work with drive-in. I don't want to work with reefer, no hot shot, no box truck, nothing. I'm working with the flatbed. No car haulers, flatbed. And that's the reason why he says, you can check yourself. And he says like, hey, flatbed owners, we have this load going from Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas. And he pays whatever, 5,000, 6,000 or something like that. And you will see that carriers actually commenting. And then he's replying to his, comments. And on his bio, that's where I pull his exact same sales funnel that I gave him. And people just go through the funnel, schedule a call with him. And there is the training on how to use the ultimate conversion script, how you can use what to say, what not to say. Basically, everything is there for you to win. That's it. You do all of this, you get my help. For some reason, it seems like you're not getting carriers. This is where I come in and I do live on my account. And I'm like, okay, Zion, Deneve, join me tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time, and have your TikTok account so I can endorse you, right? I recommend you. Hey, I have this person or this company. I highly, highly recommend reaching out to them. So I had a lot of students join me like that. They got carriers, a lot of carriers, and I still do. And maybe Deneve like, hey, Kamal, awesome, live. I'm like, oh, wow. Well, thank you. Well, she's one of my students and she's running an awesome company. Please DM her or just follow her. And that way you're getting carriers and at the same time, followers. You're building, you're basically presenting yourself as an expert in the industry, right? So, hey, I'm a dispatcher. I'm running a business. I know how to, book loads for you or move your truck. So that's the second way of getting those carriers. And again, see, the problem is maybe you know how to use load boards, you know how to negotiate, whatnot, but you don't have carriers. But if you don't have carriers, then basically you don't have a business, right? So you must have a carrier. So I'm solving the biggest problem that dispatchers have. The biggest problem is they don't know how to get carriers. If they know how to get carriers, they can't talk to or negotiate or close a deal with the potential client. They might ask questions and like you lost and you can't close a deal. So that's the second way. The third way is basically I just talk to a carrier, I close a deal on your behalf, and then I just basically push him towards you, right? So you take from here. Basically, I have a carrier, I'm giving it to you. Why? Well, first of all, I teach rather than dispatch, right? I stopped doing that, stopped dispatching. I'm not a carrier anymore. I sold out my, company or trucks. So I'm basically focusing on, teaching people. So, well, obviously people, when I do sharing my load board, people asking questions, carriers, right after the session, I get bombarded with these DMs from carriers. And I shared, you can type on the search inside the school, like TikTok, and you will see I posted, some of the images that I screenshotted and said, listen, see, it works. And I'm planning to do a live and record my screen and then show it to you to see right after this call, see how many, carriers are interested in working with me. Yeah. Most of the people, they're new with the new MCs. Most of them, they're not qualified. They're not flatbed owners. But hey, if hundreds of carriers reaching out to me for the help, at least 5 to 10% of those people, they're qualified. So if I'm talking to, let's say 10 carriers that they're qualified and it's guaranteed that there is a 1 or 2 carriers will be working with me. So coming back to giving the carrier that I convert, basically, I get them, they're interested, they're following me already and passing to you. Maybe you have a question. Come on, why? Because your reputation on the line, right? So if you give me that carrier, what if I mess up? Well, see, the last part is tricky for me. And this is why I need to know Zion, that he is like he's been tested. So he knows dispatching. He knows how to use a load board. Deneve, she knows, she has the LLC, she has the website, the sales process is up and running, his well-oiled lead gen system works on autopilot. So now I can trust her. Like when I close a deal, like, hey, Jason, Mike, whatever, I have this person, talk to her. From this point, she will be the point of contact. That's how it works. So in this community, you won't be left off like by yourself. I don't know how to get carriers. No. Just remove that. You will get carriers. The only thing I need from you is just go over the training, know how to talk to a carrier. There is a training, what to say, what not to say, how to use the ultimate conversion script, right? And then obviously the load board training. And I'm putting that load board training. So it's basically the only thing you need is a load board training. That's it. And that's it. You start from, one carrier, then the second carrier. And by the way, when I say this play around, a lot of students or members think this way. Well, I must be ready before I start dispatching. I must be pro at finding loads, booking loads. So I really one shot, one kill. I'm telling you, be ready. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. First shot, first kill, it's not going to happen. Let me tell you a personal story. There are a lot of recorded coaching sessions that I did, and I shared with the members already. First carrier left me within 3 days. First carrier that I started dispatching within 3 days. Second carrier that I got, he left me within a week. He quickly realized that my English is my third language. He quickly realized that I'm not good with the English. Can't understand what he's saying. He talks fast. And then third carrier that I had, he stayed with me for about a month or so. And that's how it works. So if you think that, hey, before I get the carrier, I must know everything, it's not going to happen. I can give you everything that you need, right? Solve every problem you have. You will still have a problem finding loads for your carriers. You will have a lot of problems. And that's the, nature of the business. You will have problems. You will find good paying loads, but carriers will get pissed off for X, Y, and Z. So you will do really good customer service, but maybe, you can't find good paying loads and he's okay with that. Yeah. So that's how it works. So if you're like, man, I need to know, I need to know ins and outs of this business. Can I go and talk to a carrier so that I can in-house, maybe Zion, you can say, hey, come on, one of my friends, he's an owner operator and he has a load board. Can I work for him? Man, good luck. Do that. But I recommend working on your business. You'll be working anyway in your business. Man, make mistakes. Make a lot of mistakes and total okay. It's total okay. If you have a carrier and he quickly realizes that, man, Zion is fairly new in this game, total okay. 90% of the time, people will be helping you, obviously. They know that you're new. They will be guiding you. But some people will just give up on you. Man, you don't know nothing about dispatching. They will, boom, they're gone. Well, I learned something. Cool. They're gone second and third carrier and fourth carrier. And it's how you run a business. So I'm not here just say, man, I will give you everything. You will have a carrier. You will be making a lot of money. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So it will take some time, be honest with you. Let me give you the numbers. I have, and I share this, if you're watching this recorded coaching sessions, you will see, I have students overseas in the US that are making a lot of money. I have, just not even talking about the US, I have a couple of students outside the US that are making 6 figures per month. Their dispatching business. They're charging 3%, 4%, 5%. They're making a lot of money. So I know it's a tough market right now. Yes, we can't just ignore this. Yes, but again, I'll be teaching you strategies and tactics that how you can get best paying loads using the DAT Load Board specifically, because there is a AI that they're developed. I'll be sharing more info about that. And the tactics, how you can bump up the rate per mile for your carrier so that they can stay with you. You can get a load, maybe they're not okay with that load. Man, you just book that load for $1.80. My cost per mile is $2 per mile. Are you out of mind? Just take this load and go. So we have this goal, right? 30,000 gross revenue for your flatbed. It's going to happen. And I will teach you how you can do that. I'll be teaching you how to use the tri-haul, properly, how we can pull those base paying loads. We cool?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. There is a problem I see in the market. I started this teaching business back in 2019. what I realized over the years is like people teaching how to dispatch, but the missing link, I think, the implementation aspect, where you can connect with the coach or the mentor or whatever, the helper or the guide. And the number one thing is if there is the program or the company helps with implementation, but the number one thing then is missing, the missing link is the customers, right? So like I'm fixing that. Like here's the customer or the customers. So if I can't get, like I'm 100% sure, and this call being recorded, that I'm 100% sure that I can give you a carrier, if obviously everything in place, then if you're like, hey, Kamal, like I can't get carrier from you, then I have channels where I can bring people that I work with. And they have a lot of, carriers. We can just email them and then they will be sending us a list of carriers that there are already hot leads that we can start talking to them.
I want to say thank you so very much, Kamal.
Absolutely.
You're a great teacher, a great coach. I really appreciate you.
Thank
From
you.
the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Denise.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a blessed day.
Okay, so she is... Okay, cool. What are questions?
All right, so let me dive into my notes right quick. I just have a few questions. All right, so first, I'll just start with where I'm at in my journey right now.
Yeah.
I've taken the documents that you made, the rate per mile and things of that nature, and the dispatch carrier agreements. I've started editing them, and then that's where I run into like certain questions. I don't know if they're kind of dumb, but I just don't really like understand it. So let me see. I have it in my notes. So what specifically goes into the billing and invoicing part of dispatching? Like, what specifically would my duties be right there? What would I do to add that to my dispatcher carrier agreement?
Okay. So, see, Zion, that was one of the questions that I had, like, or encouragement that go over the training. The reason why I say this, because I already covered that. So, where I cover that? So the question was, I think it's in the program. By the way, I'm updating the course so you guys will have the updated version. So there's the up-level dispatching 2.0 coming in, so you can guys have both of the training. Okay, so there is a dispatch agreement. Okay, so your question was how to use agreements and contracts, right? That's basically it.
Right, yeah, kind of a specific part of a certain agreement and contract, correct?
Yeah, so the agreements and contracts is basically, it's here, and what I do is just like I click on the link, I open that, let's say dispatcher carrier agreement file, and I go and like, okay, do this, don't do that, add this, remove that. So that's one way to learn. It's actually here. So I can just give you the response here, but what I'm saying is now you have detailed training on that. So if you come back to the community, go back to Dispatch Alchemy Framework, and you go to Dispatch Alchemy Framework and you see contracts and agreements. So I had a coaching call and I gone over all of these. Carrier setup package checklist, dispatcher carrier agreement, dispatcher service rate agreement, the payment authorization, and carrier setup package. I should change this. So everything is there. But what was this specific question that you had?
The specific question was, let me go back to my notes. Basically, I don't really, because I did go over the training, right? It's just I don't really understand like what is billing and like what goes into it. What are the specific duties of that part? Like if I was doing that, and how much could I charge for that? I don't know. It's like hard to explain.
Okay, so I think you're talking about. Let me come back and I'll help you with this. So you're talking about this one.
Let me see. Let me zoom in. That's not the one I have, but it does look like that. It was a dispatcher carrier agreement.
Yeah, so that's what I said. So see, when you go to a classroom, when you go to the training, okay? So when you have this, click on dispatcher service agreement, right? So this is a different, right? So let's go to Dispatch Alchemy Framework. There you go. If you go to Dispatch Alchemy Framework, if you click on the dispatch, see this one, dispatch rate agreement, there you go. Like it's an exactly the same thing, but we just, redesigned it. Okay?
Okay.
There you go. So you have this. So I think it pretty much answers your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get a better understanding of what it is.
Absolutely. So the thing is, like, there is a training, like I'm talking and I'm showing and people asking questions. I have that version of this. And at the same time, it's just me talking and sharing my screen saying this, do this, don't do that. So you have a lot of training, right? The training material that you need to go over. That's why I said I'm pretty sure that, like, man, I taught well over like 20,000 people around the world. I know what are the questions you might have. Already put it, it's there. Just go over the training. And let's say you've gone over the training and you're not sure about weekly rate. Just giving an example. Hey man, like I do see that you put this, emergency dispatch. What is it? You put 100, but I don't know what it means. Can you help me with that? Those kind of things, right? So, and again, when you going over the training, if you have the question, just put that question inside the community and tag me saying, Kamal, I have this question for you. So if you don't know how to like tag me, and if you don't know like how to post a question and then how to categorize that question so I can see this, start here. To basically, how many videos we have? We have about like 6 videos. So you've gone over these, you know how to get help, you know how to get like coaching calls, rewards, bonuses, the roadmap, all that thing. So the navigation, the welcome, then everything is there. So what I was trying to do is basically saving this coaching call when you get everything, and then like, now I get the clear picture, but I have this question specifically related to rate confirmation, this specific question related to the LLC. By the way, since we're talking about the LLC, I don't know if you have LLC or not. We can talk about that.
I do.
Okay, when you go to a classroom, when you go to, I think, Q&A, when you go to a Q&A, choose business structure. See this? The choose business structure, it goes basically understanding your LLC, but at the same time, see what it says. It says, please watch this. Why? What is it? I basically brought a lawyer on the call here. Like we had a coaching call. See? That's the lawyer. And we have these people, like they're in this group asking questions, and I have questions. You'll go through this video and like, oh man, I missed a lot of things.
Yeah, I think I think what it was is I didn't see all this, and I need to just go back and do some more before we have.
Let's save this. I'm not going to say that, hey, well, that was just the only one time the coaching call. Man, I'm here so that you can win. Trust me. I'm here. It's okay.
I appreciate you, Kamal. You are a great coach. You're amazing.
Well, thank you. I'm here whenever you need me. Well, yeah, time to time I might get busy, right? But then, listen, I want you to win. Anytime you need me, post a question, go over the training, take notes, and like, man, I want to nail this down. I want to understand this. Have me on the call, and then let's get those questions answered, and then I will push you forward so that you can get up and running with your business fast. That was the promise, right? But then I can't do work for you. So if you do work, you can get up and running within 30 days, no problem, because I've done it and I know it works.
Okay, Kamal. I'm going to get started right now. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No worries. So there is a community. It's available to you. Yeah, we do like monthly coaching. Hey, sometimes I'll just pop on and say, hey, let's take your questions. Like I'm doing the Zoom call, and then let me take your questions, or I learned this. And sometimes I do behind the scenes, what works, how I talk to, let's say, brokers, carriers. You will learn a lot of stuff here.
Okay.